All right, so here we are continuing our demo videos. So this next walkthrough is going to be praise charts, how we get our charts, how we get our numbers, and so forth. And so in this, I'm going to show you just where to go, how to get them, how to edit them, and so on. And so if you have a notepad, pen, pencil, whatever, feel free to grab that now, and then we will get started. Okay, so first thing you're going to want to do is simple, is either go into Google Chrome or Safari, whatever internet browser you use. I like Chrome, so we're going to go to Chrome. So in here, as you can see, I have, this is my praise charts tab that I made. It goes right to my purchase history, but we're going to just type it in just so you guys can see. So praise charts. Oh man, I need to learn how to spell charts.com. Okay, and then we don't want that part because I just want you to see praisecharts.com. Perfect. So when you go to praisecharts.com, I love this website just because it has everything already pre-edited and built for you, and in multiple keys and stuff. So for me, I'm already signed in, but I'm going to log out so that you'll either need to log in or you'll need to sign up. And so the charts aren't that much. They're only about $2.50, and so it's worth you putting it on your card and you get reimbursed or however that works. And so so I go to login, and that's my login password. I don't remember the password, but you can also sign up with Facebook. Like I said, it's super easy. It's free to log in. And so once you type in your password and you type in your username and password, just go and log in. And then once you get into login, this is what it's going to look like. I'll show you. Okay, so now I'm here, and it shows you, kind of almost looks like multitracks.com. It has songs up here, recently viewed songs, the songs that I've looked at, and then songs that are just recommended for you. Oh man, that's a goodie. You were good. And then so new chord charts, lead sheets, and what's cool, it also has orchestration parts. Sometimes they're not the most accurate, and so I mean you'll run the risk on if it's good or not. But here you can actually type in a song that you want. So let's go ahead and you know what, we're gonna stay on that forever theme. So let's go type in forever, and then you push enter, and then you kind of saw that there was like a little bit of tab that opened up. So I'm gonna go and stop that so you can see. So it shows you forever. There's some will kind of come up, but none of those are what I like. And so because we're going to try to find the forever Carrie Joe version, and so I'm showing it from the aspect of if you just have an account, and so you're going to start over fresh. So this is going to show you all songs that have forever in it. So you got Chris Tomlin forever, but the one we're wanting is Carrie Job's the Majestic Forever version. And so so I've never messed with this or song list previously. You can probably listen to what it sounds like, view sheet music. I just go ahead and click on this actual name. So again, you've gone into the praisecharts.com. You've either signed in, or you've logged in, or you signed up, and then you will search your actual song. And so then we want to click on forever. And so you will see here, this one's a little different because I've already purchased it, and so you can kind of see it's already downloaded. So there's nothing to purchase here. So within that case, I'm going to go ahead and go to a totally different version. Let's just say Marty wants a different version of Forever. So we're going to go to this one. I'm just clicking on a random one so you kind of see the whole process from the very beginning. So I have Forever by Tommy Prophet and Brooke Griffith. So I'm going to click on that, and you're going to notice you see all the downloads here. Well, you're going to see they're going to turn into like 250, 595. So this one doesn't have the orchestration parts or any of that. It's just pretty straightforward. What you want to look for right here is under keys. It says all keys. Sometimes it'll look maybe just like this, to where it's just C sharp, or it might have just a certain key. Those are a little bit more tricky because you can't really edit those or do anything to them. So if one say all keys, that means you're good, and I'll show you what I mean by editing them here shortly. And so what I do is, before I buy it, although it's $250, I want to click on chord chart. It's going to give me a preview of what the chart will actually look like, and I'll show you. So I clicked on chord chart right here. And so right here, this next window opens up, and it kind of gives you a preview of what it'll look like. And it'll show you if it's 1 page or 2 pages, just depending on the song. It'll either be 1 or 2 pages. And so here's the cool part. Here's what I really, really love. And so right here is you can go to any key that you want. But here at the bridge, we play in numbers. And so I can hit on numbers, which is super fun. I'll show you. And then there you go. You have numbers, so you can kind of get an idea of what it looks like. And if you're on the preview, yeah, I like it. Looks good. Looks good. Then what you do next? There's also capo option. You can do none. Blah blah blah. If some songs, they will have capo options. Okay, so if you look on here, you'll be like, man, that looks great. It's exactly what I want. It's by who I want it. It's the tempo, the time, everything looks great. It's the numbers. So you're not downloading it yet, and you're not. So we're gonna actually go to buy. So remember, you hit on chord chart, you looked at it, you made sure it's what you want, and so I have it set it up to where it's quick buy, and you can do that too. So I clicked on quick buy. Again, I have my card in here. It's saved already. It just makes it easier and faster, because then I can purchase anywhere and everywhere that I want. You can also manage cards, so you can add cards or whatever. So this is just telling you what you're actually buying. You're buying the chord chart for a high price of $2.50. So confirm purchase. Okay. So now this is saying that you have purchased it. So you have your order number. Again, you can write that down. You can email it. You can print it. Keep it in your records. However you want to do that. And so you see where it says you own 5 plus copies. Don't really worry about that. The nice thing about price charts, I don't know if you know anything about CCLI, but it automatically covers that for you. So which is super, super cool. So again, it's telling you which version you bought. So if it was Kari Jobe, it's a Kari Jobe Majestic or something like that. And then it shows you paid in full. Okay, so now we've purchased price charts. We've seen that that's the exact version that we want. And we love it, and we're good. We've purchased it. And so on this exact page, you see this little download blue button right here. You're going to want to go ahead and click that. And then this page is going to pop up. And so you're going to always hit agree. Hit agree. You can print it if you want. This is just, again, for records. And but you want to hit agree. Okay. So now here is the fun part. So if you when you saw that preview, if you liked that version and you're like, hey, I saw enough to where I don't need to edit anything, then all you do is pretty simple. I always have it 2-column layout. 2-column layout is super nice. It'll keep it on 1 page, unless it's a super long song, then you might have a couple pages. But 2-column layout, you always want it in 2-column layout. And then if you want it in a certain key, you can do that. But again, we use numbers, so I want numbers. And so again, if the arrangement looked how you wanted it and it looked great and perfect, then you go ahead and just push download, and it's that simple. It'll start downloading to your computer, and so there you go. And super fast. So now it's done, and I can click on that, and it'll pop up, show me a preview of what I downloaded, and then there you go. You have the whole song with the CCLI, everything, so you're good. It's on your stuff. It's for your records, and then it also gives you the number up there as well. So here's your actual song. You just downloaded it. Everything looks good. So in the case, I'm gonna go and X out of that preview. It goes and gets me back here. So I'm still on this, the download chord chart. Sorry. So in the case that, let's just say Marty or a speaker says, hey, I want that song to be shorter, or whenever you start editing it or listening to the actual loop, and then you notice that on the chord chart and the click and cues that they're off. For one course, it might say chorus, and you're looking at the chart and it's saying refrain. So this is where you can do where you can edit it and make it line up with the loop and click, as well as you can lengthen it, you can shorten it, you can take out a verse, you can copy a verse, whatever you wanted to do. So when you want to edit this chart, this is where you do it. So you go to edit the chart, super simple, edit the chart. Okay, so when you're here on the chart, if you are looking over here, it's going to give you some tips on what you can do and how to edit it, because this does kind of use a little bit of HTML, but you can kind of just look. This will give you some instructions. It's pretty simple, and so here's where your editing takes place, right here. This is your preview, so everything you edit you can see in real time. And you can do all that. So C#, that would be pretty weird to edit in. You can't edit in numbers, but you can download in numbers. So I always do the easiest key, either G or C. So we're gonna do G, pretty simple. Especially if you're capoing your guitar, you're most likely might do it in G, I don't know. But so everything changed as you saw. So it changed real time, super easy. So let's just say Marty is saying, hey, I want to just sing just the chorus and then that bridge part. And that's where I want to do the intro and then start at the chorus and then go to that bridge. So this is how simple it is. It's just like if you were working on Pages or Word or anything. So I'm going to just go ahead and highlight this. I'm going to go all the way up to intro, because he said, hey, I just want that intro. I want to cut out this first part of the song. And then I'll show you what's going to happen. So remember, we're looking down here too. I'm going to go ahead and delete, push the delete. I highlighted that. I push delete, and then I'm going to bring that up just to make it a little bit closer. And so if you notice now, we got intro, chorus 1, intro, pre-chorus, chorus, bridge. So it took out that whole first section, made it super simple. But then, hey, what if Marty just wants the bridge? And so we're going to go ahead and come out here, and then we might do an intro, and there you go. It edited it in real time. So now you have edited exactly how you want it. And so when you're happy with that, but let's just say Marty says, hey, I want that chorus 2, or even in you're practicing it, you're like, I want to repeat that chorus 2. So you highlight it, you're going to copy, super simple, you come down a little bit, and then you will paste it. And so you will notice now there's 2 chorus 2s. And if you look down here, it's 2 chorus 2s. Super simple. And then even if, let's just say after this chorus 2, you wanted to add an instrumental, you can do that. And then you can do G, D, E minor, and C. So the cool thing too is blue will always be your notes. And so if you noticed, whenever right here, if I go back, they turn to black. because now it's thinking it's a lyric. So you always want to make sure that chords are blue, your title headers, instrumentals, chorus, verse, vamp, whatever, is red. And how you do that, so if you notice, if I bring it up, it turns to black. You always want to make sure there's a space here when you're adding an instrumental or vamp or whatever, something that wasn't already on this chart. So then if you look down here, you got chorus 2, instrumental, and now you have your notes. Super simple. And so let's just say after that, Marty wants just color at the very end. Super simple again. You just add color, and then it's going to do red heading. So actually something might be off. So this, see, so now it's going to turn red. And then G, D, E minor, and then C. So now the band at the end, when you do that, forever he is glorified, Jesus, the band knows, because of their chord chart says it, color is going to be G, D, E minor, C. So this allows you to really be as detailed as you want and resource the team just all that more. And so you'll notice some of these lines, and these are just counts. You can leave those in, or you can take them out. This is what it looks like without, and that's what it looks like with. So that's up to you. That's more preference. So now we've edited it exactly how when we've talked to the speaker or Marty, or we have just figured it out, or maybe someone just said shorten it, and then in our preparation we figured out that this will be the best arrangement that will line up with the loop and click. And in another demo, I'll show you how to do the same process with loops and clicks, how to edit them, how to shorten them or lengthen them, and we'll get into that. But since we're on praise charts, this is what we're going to talk about. And so now you're good. I feel good. So I want to save. So save your work. Save your work. So now that it's saved, so now you want to download that. You want to get it into Planning Center. So you're going to exit. Okay. So now if you look here, it's in numbers. Back to the numbers because that's what you wanted it. And it is updated to the version that you did. So all you do now is, once you've gotten it to where you want it, is you go to download, and this will come back up. Remember, you wanted numbers, you wanted to column layout, and then you just download. And that's going to download the most current version, which is the version that you edited. So now let's just say in the case of, like, you're like, oh man, well, I want to go back to the original, but now I just edited everything, and oh man, did I mess it up? So now let's go to edit the chart again, and I'm going to show you a really cool tool that Praise Charts allows you to do. So here again is your arrangement. Remember, you saved it, so that's always saved. So all you're going to do is, whenever you want this to go back to the way it was, then you go to revert and watch this. It's back to the very original, the way they wrote it out. It's all the way back. And so it took out your instrumental, took out your color, so forth, and it put the verses back in, and so on. And so then all you do, you just go ahead and exit. And then now that's good, because you reverted it. Very cool. So now that's simply how you do that. And so if you click on that, there it is. That's the one you edited. Super cool. So in the case that you do have your own praise charts, and you have a whole library of them, I'm going to show you how to access them. So this is if you just got on Praise Charts, you don't have any account, you just signed up, you're going to have to start accumulating a library of songs. Now, I have accumulated a library of songs. So where I find that is I go to My Downloads, and then you will see the plethora of songs that I currently have. So it's all of these songs. So so I could click on any one of these, Reckless Love, for example, and then I can go in I can download, I can edit. Remember, when you click this download, does not mean that it's going to automatically download to your computer. When I click this download, it's going to go to this. Remember, that's where you can edit it or you can download direct. Okay, so I'm not going to do any of that, but if we were going to add strings or anything, you can go to all these parts, and you can even look at the orchestration parts, and I'll show you. So this is kind of what it looks like, and such forth. And so it's kind of showing you. Now this will go on for days because it's going to have violin parts. It's going to have just everything that you can think of that they would add, just those parts too, whatever. So, and then most of the time they'll show you. So this is piano vocal. Yeah, so it'll tell you exactly what it is up here on the left top hand corner. But since we're not doing that, go ahead and go back. And so these, where it says audio tracks, you don't ever need to mess with that, or same with choir parts, rhythm, lead sheets, piano, or that is only if you actually need to, or if you want to. You'll only ever do chord chart, download. This is going to be just, you can get a click track, you can do rhythm track, band track, multi-track. I wouldn't worry about any of these. In our context, we won't really ever use any of these. And so this is more for you if you wanted to figure it out and do it. I'm sure they have tutorials on it. But again, you just want to stick to the chord chart and the download. And so, yeah, so now you have figured that out. So the next tutorial video will be on Planning Center. Once you've created this chord chart, we'll show you how to do that, how to access Planning Center, how to put it on Planning Center, how to add a song, how to so forth. So, okay, all right, thank you so much.